This place is always a disaster. Let me clean this up real quick. I'd say that's a bit better. Hey, what's up? It's Cody, and it has been like a year since I've made a video on this channel, and a lot of life has happened in this year, and obviously I hope you all are doing well. Today's video, unfortunately, is going to be pretty simple. I only plan to install this tachometer / hour meter on my DRZ400. And this one is a cheap one. It's I got it off Amazon. I think it was about 28 bucks. Came in a package like this. No one cares. Has instructions like this. No one cares. And I guess the question really is, why would you want a tachometer on your dirt bike anyway? And I think there are a couple of reasons that are pretty viable. First reason for me personally is because I need this engine rotation speed for future videos that are coming out on this channel very soon, so stay tuned for those. That's a moot point, but for a dirt bike guy coming into the dual sport scene, a dirt bike guy is used to more of a time-based maintenance schedule because dirt bikes are getting beat on all the time and they don't track miles because they don't really add up on the dashboard that much. And if you're one of these guys that are really beating on the machine off-road, doing single track, I think maybe you might want to install one of these because they are going to help you track hours, and maybe you want to tailor your maintenance schedule based on that time frame versus the distance that's displayed on your dashboard. The third point is going to be maybe you're that street bike guy who is used to hearing multi-cylinder engines, and you're used to having that tachometer there, and you're used to using that tachometer to build that mind motorcycle connection where you feel it, you hear it, you know it. And maybe you're that street bike guy who's coming into this dual sport world and you want that same thing because the single cylinder bike sounds much different than a multi-cylinder bike. And maybe you just want that tachometer, maybe full time, but maybe just momentarily for you to help build that connection again. Yeah, I think that's a very compelling reason to install one as well. Now, I bought the cheap version of this, the Amazon special, links are in the description of course, because I used to have a Trail Tech hour tack, just like this. They're actually a lot smaller than this one. Doesn't really matter for a dirt bike. But I had the Trail Tech one that I installed on my paramotor, and this is part of the reason why it's been a year since I've made a video. We can get into all this crap later. But I installed the Trail Tech one on my paramotor, and it only lasted 0.6 hours. So paramotors are much like dirt bikes. They have an hour-based maintenance schedule. It's not very useful if your hour meter fails after 0.6 hours. But this time I'm going to try the cheap one because, I don't know, if they're all made in China, then we might have roughly the same success rate for any of them. I don't know. I'm just going to try it because it's too easy to install not to try something else. Sorry, Trail Tech. All right, so I don't know about the stock tank, but this oversized Cherbys fuel tank is definitely in my way of interfacing with the things I need to in order to install this tachometer. So I got to remove it. Lucky that. Oh. Just got some 10mm bolts here. This is our ignition coil, and this is the wire. This wire here, on this side of the ignition coil, is where we are going to put our wire for the tachometer. The instruction sheet says about 6 times around here, so we're going to wrap it around about a half a dozen times. I took the back off. By the back I mean this screw here. And there was a little plastic sheet that was covering the battery.
me see, where's it at? Oh, it's right here. Little plastic thing, yeah, covering the battery connections. So, yeah, it does actually work, I think. Let's turn it on. Okay, so this is how I have it set up. Got about 6 coils around here, around the ignition wire. And the wire goes here, and I've got the excess coiled up here, and it just goes up this cable. And then we got this up here. So I'm gonna go ahead and mount this. So the cool thing about this particular unit is that it has bosses in the back of the, of course you can't see them because I got them covered up, but it has bosses for panel mounting this thing. And in the future, if I want this thing to continue to be on my bike, I'm gonna figure out how to panel mount it on this thing. But for now, it has hook and loop to allow you to stick it kind of wherever you want to on your bike. But for me, obviously, it's gonna go right here on the bar clamps. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick it right there. And that's where it's gonna live for now. All right, let's button the bike up and go for a ride. I think it's gonna work very well. I think I have this set up to flash at 8,500 RPM. Well, it didn't flash when we hit 8,600, so. Huh. I guess it does flash, I just thought it would show up red if we went over that limit. I don't know, man. I have no idea what it's gonna do. All these guys gonna get stuck at this stoplight. Me, I'm gonna get home. Let's scan through here. Looks like my max RPM was 9,070 as recorded by this thing. So I don't know what TOT is. Oh, that's the hours. 0.4 hours. Okay. SBC, no idea. Anyway, L-aught, no idea. I'm gonna have to learn about this thing. Anyway, it works and it's on here, so hey, there it is. If you need a tachometer, this thing seems to be working, and I've almost got as many hours on it as my Trail Tech had before it failed. So, you know, so far, we're looking pretty sharp. Alright guys, I'll catch you on the next video.